guys, Greg here again. Just gonna waiting on our tour guide about 20 minutes. This is the main home, and then I'm assuming that's a pavilion over there. I think I'm just trying to read my map. They told me to meet them by the house with the green shutters, but all these buildings have green shutters. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. So technically, this is older than the United States.
The clock is?
Yes.
Wow.
This is built by John Turnbull, who was a lieutenant in the American Revolution. And he served under Major Samuel Davis. Major Davis commanded the Georgia militia in the war. And so he was his commanding officer. So he built this for his commanding officer. And as we can see, if you look here in the viewing ports here on the left and right hand side, you can see the cogs moving. Now, what's really cool about this is that there's only 1% reproduction parts in this clock.
Wow.
99% original colonial parts.
Wow.
Another thing that's really cool is that a lot of clocks like this were scrapped for the war effort because of the material.
Mm-hmm.
Usually your weights would be made out of bronze, brass, lead, or cast iron. But for some reason, Mr. Turnbull either took a shortcut because there wasn't material available. These are cast iron cylinders, and they're filled full of cement. So therefore, there wasn't enough salvageable material, so this clock was saved from being scrapped.
Wow.
It's an 8-day clock, and I only have to wind it once every 8 days, but I wind it every 4 days because I forget. Hopefully by next year, it'll be back to playable condition.
Oh, okay.
Now, this originally belonged to Sarah Dorsey, who owned the property before Jefferson Davis, and she taught Winnie Davis how to play the harp.
Uh-huh.
So this ended up becoming the harp of Winnie Davis.
Wow. Yeah.
The piano here is a coffin-style Caneby brand piano. This is an 1844 model. Now, this is made out of cast iron and hickory wood. Unfortunately, during Katrina, Winnie's piano was in here. Now, it was an 1842 model. Katrina did $1 million worth of damage to that one item alone, and it's upstairs in our museum.
Oh, wow.
But this one is made out of cast iron and hickory. The one upstairs is cast iron and rosewood. This weighs 2,268 pounds. This is the steel guitar with pianos.
Wow.
It is a gorgeous metallic sound. All right, so what you see here are bookcases. These are exact replicas of the bookcases that sit inside the Library of Congress. So Jefferson Davis spent a lot of time in Washington, D.C. as a senator, congressman, secretary of war, chief engineer and architect of the city, as well as the father of the Smithsonian. So he spent a whole lot of time in the Library of Congress. So when he moved to the house here in 1879, he had these bookcases installed. The only difference is we have red fabric in ours, and that's to protect his books from the salt air. And then if you look in this corner here, behind the door, you'll see number 10 cabinet.
Yeah.
That's Jefferson Davis's liquor cabinet.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then if we come to this bookcase here, after Katrina, the paint started peeling, and they wanted to find out how to restore it. So they opened up this bookcase, and they found the original paint from 1850. And this is what the artist used to match the pigment.
Oh, wow. Really cool.
Yankees call it an admiral's mirror. Southerners use this so that the man and lady of the house can be in one room and their children can be in another room. You can give them privacy while still making sure they don't get too handsy.
Yeah. Yeah, it has like that effect to it.
Exactly.
Huh. South Adventures. I just finished my personal tour. You guys will have seen that video prior to this one. This building was actually destroyed from Katrina. This is a reproduction. But this is where Jefferson Davis actually wrote books about the Confederacy, or the tour guide told me, but he wrote books in the actual building here. But this building, like I said, is a reproduction. So I'm assuming a lot of these books are still original though. But anyway, guys, we're gonna move on. We've got a cemetery to visit, and we've got some other places. So stay tuned, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video. Alrighty, guys, we're on the next building. Excuse the guy screaming back behind me somewhere. But this building was known as the Hayes Pavilion. And what it was is this was for Methodist circuit riders that would go and preach, deliver the message, and then as they were traveling, this would be their kind of a place to stay while they're riding what they call the circuit, to preach the gospel and everything. This was also damaged by Katrina as well. And also you can rent this. I was talking to the guy here. They actually rent this building out. You can stay as a cottage. It's modernized. It's got central air, obviously. Alrighty, guys, Greg again. We're over here. We are in the rose garden, and they named after his wife Verena. Approximately covers about an acre. Obviously there's not a lot of rose bushes in here anymore, but the center, all the roses and everything that's here in the center of the field was reproduced on the property here from a hand-drawn map that Verena had drawn. So obviously, with it being winter right now, even if there was roses here, they wouldn't. There's still some flowers over here, as you can see. So pretty cool. Come out here, they would sit out here and you know, maybe read to their children. But yeah, cool. We're gonna walk down this way, and we'll see you guys when we get to the cemetery. All right, guys. Alrighty, guys. Greg here. Here we are at the Confederate graveyard here at BEAUVOIR. See if I can read, I'll read the wording here. It says, "Stranger, tread lightly here, for this spot is holy ground. Here are buried over 200 of our Confederate dead, once the home of Jefferson Davis, President of the Southern Confederacy, now the Confederate soldiers' home of Mississippi." And on the other side, you can see the BEAUVOIR right there. Again, and then each soldier's name shall shine untarnished on the roll of fame, and stand the example of each distant age, and add new luster to the historic page. I think I got a rhyme to it, but you know. Alrighty, guys. Another one of those sidewalks where people bought bricks. I think a lot of these are Confederate reenactors, Union reenactors. But we're coming up on the tomb of the unknown Confederate soldier here. And this grave contains the remains of an unknown soldier, Southern soldier, killed in battle. Dedicated in 1981, the marble tomb bears an inscription by Abram Ryan, poet priest of the Confederacy, and symbolizes all unknown Southern dead from 1861 to 1863. And I will read what he wrote. He wrote, "Fearless on many a day for us they stood in front of the fray for us, and held the foeman at bay for us, and tears should fall forever o'er all, who fell while wearing the gray for us." And that was Father Abram J. Ryan, post priest of the Confederacy. And then there you can see they've got their Confederate flag. Well, two Confederate flags. And then this design, this marker here, I've seen that at numerous grave sites, and marks the Confederate Sons of America, I believe. So, or it could be Confederate States, but anyway, we're gonna come over here. And then here, you are here. And then they've got some that are marked. You got A plot B, C, B being the largest. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to pause it here real quick, and we're going to just walk around a little bit. And yeah, it's amazing. Let's see who we have here. This is Z.T. Lee, Company Echo, Yeager's Mississippi Cavalry. And of course now, Confederate States of America flag blocking it, but Elijah J. Guest, 1938. So he came here to rest well after the war. So I'm assuming some of these guys here they all didn't die in the Civil War, but I think you know, it's definitely if it wasn't for the cars on the next little road here, it'd be a really surreal feeling here. But you know how modern days are, they put roads everywhere. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go and take a few shots, and you know, especially with all these flags flying, it's like a really weird feeling. You know, it's like you're walking through here and all the flags are moving. I mean, I don't hear the wind, but they're all moving to the wind. Look at them all. I mean, they're all like if they're all clapping. You know, you guys know I like my paranormal activity too, so we're gonna walk over here, and yeah. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for being part of this here, and see you in the next one. Alrighty, guys, here we are at marker A here. This is Samuel Emory Davis, a Revolutionary War veteran and father of Jefferson Davis, whose remains were interred here in 1942. Wow. Amazing. Again. All right. Take two.
Ready?
Yep, we're good.
All right, so this is Jefferson Davis and two of his sons. The young child here on the right-hand side is Jefferson Davis Jr., and the little boy here on the left-hand side is Jim Limber, Jefferson Davis's adopted black child. The story goes that Verena was going through the streets of Richmond to the market, and she saw this young slave boy being beaten, and she couldn't stand for that. She told the young boy to get up in her carriage, and she took him to the White House of the Confederacy, nursed his wounds, and whenever Jefferson Davis got home, she told him what happened. He was furious, and he went out and found the owner and purchased the boy for himself. Now, he freed him and raised him as his own child. He clothed him in Southern proper attire. He taught him how to read, how to write, how to eat like a gentleman, how to conduct himself like a true Southern gentleman. In 1865, when Jefferson Davis was captured in Georgia, fleeing the capital of Richmond, Yankee soldiers actually separated Jim Limber from the family. There's only one document after that fact of Jim Limber being paraded up north, showing the scar, saying Jefferson Davis has beat his slaves, when in reality, Jefferson Davis saved him from slavery. After that document, Jim Limber ceased to exist from the pages of history. Verena actually almost exhausted their entire fortune looking for their lost child, never to be seen again by the Davis family.
Wow. A bit of important history. Well, thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
Good afternoon, guys. Greg with Yankee Down South Adventures. I want to say thank you to everybody for supporting my channel, supporting my Florida Hunt events. Truly made my channel what it is. So without further ado, I know you guys are just finished watching my part 2 of my Biloxi vacation. The Jefferson Davis house was by far my highlight of my vacation. Hats off to my friend Michael out there who was doing the tours. Again, if you guys head out to Biloxi and you want to get a tour of that place, definitely make sure he's working. That man knows a lot. He retains a lot of history, a lot of knowledge. And he likes metal detecting and gaming, so cool. Thanks again, buddy. But onto my subscriber giveaway. All you have to do is be a public subscriber in the continental U.S. Unfortunately, I'm not going to ship overseas or to Canada because it's pretty pricey for both right now. So, unfortunately, this is only for those folks in North America. I think that's where most of my subscribers are from anyway. So, again, thanks, guys. You just have to be a public subscriber. Comment down in the video below. Today, I believe, is the 11th of March. We're going to go ahead and run to the 21st of March, which is a Sunday. And then I will be putting a video up in the next few days of my prizes, what I'm going to give away. I've got something that I picked up out there at BEAUVOIR, the Jefferson Davis Museum. Unfortunately, I wish I could have gotten into the presidential library, but I ran out of time for that day. But anyway, guys, again, thank you.